In a world where the marks think they know better than the wrestlers and the bookers, the Fantasy Booking Institute exists to pretty much do exactly that. This is a visit from the FBI.
This is Dan the Dad, and you should listen to Raw and Order or you're grounded.
Welcome to another episode of the Fantasy Booking Institute, your only pro wrestling fantasy booking show that really matters. I am your host, Detective Mark Smarks, and I am joined, as always, by my partner in crime fighting. Starting off, District Attorney Vincent Kayfabe. What's going on, man? How are you?
Asa, dude.
Of course, your video was up until 10 seconds before I pressed go to.
Yeah.
Also
well,
joining
I didn't
us.
know you were starting at random, and I didn't have.
Yeah, I was.
You literally were saying, "Why have we started yet? God, we're so late. Why haven't we started yet?" And so I finally was able to start, and I did.
Yeah, and you started it.
Without telling any of us
JLB and I
while
were
we were
at photos.
while we were investigating things.
And you had 2.5 minutes to finish investigating.
This investigation only took 33 seconds.
33, Iron Man there.
Marathon man, buddy.
Marathon,
JLB, you find more of those, you can keep sending them my way, bud.
I'll keep you posted.
Anyway, this is fantasy booking, right?
This is indeed fantasy booking. It's been actually a while
There
since
are
we were able
fantasies
to
book here. Holy shit!
actually do a fantasy booking institute
By itself.
Because last week all of the things we've talked about, my back and everything, didn't get to do it. Then we did all of the together stuff over the weekend with the 2 pay-per-views on Saturday and multiple things to do on Sunday. So yeah, crazy.
We're back, baby.
But we are
We're
back with fantasy booking.
Books of fantasies.
Yes, we will book some fantasies. So yeah, the rules of this are really simple. We take turns challenging the other to book some unknown and often unlikely scenario in the world of professional wrestling. We do not discuss them in advance because we think it's more fun that way. And also because we don't often think of them in advance. So
I
Yep,
didn't.
that's. I definitely didn't. Still thinking. I kind of have one, but
You
still
aren't
thinking. Ouch.
I noticed
you're right, but ouch.
You're like not in pain.
yeah.
That's the only time I'm actually hard at thinking is when I'm in pain.
No, that's how we know you're thinking. Because when you think, you go,
Oh my god! My head hurts! What is this I'm using?
Well, and your rambling gets a little bit more atrocious. A little more atrocious.
When I'm thinking, my rambling gets a little more atrocious.
Yeah. Well, so you're gonna have Roman Reigns. Fight,
what we're gonna do is
King Corbin.
I would argue that's
No,
the opposite.
Not King Corbin.
That's
hey, if you want to do what you could do instead is.
Yeah.
By the way, guys,
That's me thinking right then and there. Or
Lift
saying
them up.
what I'm thinking, which obviously is never good. What are we lifting up?
Hurry.
Oh.
Cheers.
Hashtag still not sponsored. Super Energy. Starburst.
Yeah.
Strawberry
Well, I
Starburst.
mean, at the end of the day, they still get in that fucking sponsorship.
Free of charge. It's the only
That's
thing
how
that
we
keeps me
win.
up when Smarts decides to start us a half an hour late.
I had to get the intro uploaded again, baby.
Baby.
You can't imagine us having this.
I didn't
without
realize he was Adam Cole.
Dan the Dad.
Baby. That's
I mean,
that's
if
Adam
it
Cole
was,
Baby's
then you
cousin.
definitely would have been grounded.
Baby. By the way, hi Ambrosia in the chat.
Hello.
For some reason, it's a weird thing. because she puts colons and then the smiley face, and our chat thing just drops everything
colons?
in between the colons, and
Yeah. Apparently,
just
our chat
puts-
feed does not want us to see your colon.
yeah. I don't know. Maybe it does. Maybe it's just holding the colon for herself.
Maybe.
Fucking Evie Muck, such a perv. And a selfish perv
Like,
at that.
I am gonna look at Ambrosia's colon myself.
You cannot see her colon.
You may not, only I shall.
Anyways, let's get to the
Oh, off
fantasy
to a
booking.
great fucking start.
Well, I'm sorry we missed your
Ambrosia.
colon too, so it's okay.
Yeah,
See,
it's fine.
but we're gonna get to the fantasy booking here. As always, I open it up to the others to start first, and we go.
No,
from
so you know
there.
what? I'll start first. I'll do it.
Whoa!
So, guys, Pat Patterson was never in WWE. Okay? So, he was never the first IC champion.
Fucking rogue as shit right here.
I know. He was never the first IC champion, and so therefore he never created the Royal Rumble. Okay? So, we're now going into 2023. Triple H is like, damn, you know what? I'm just sick and tired of having a regular pay-per-view. I need you to book me a way to start the road to WrestleMania. I need you to book me a specialty match to start the road to WrestleMania. Build me your match that would start your road to WrestleMania as a number one contender for the title at Mania without using a Royal Rumble, of course, because the Royal Rumble didn't exist and you didn't think of it.
So, for a point of clarification, if the Royal Rumble never existed, do similar match styles not come to play later?
Battle Royals or...
Well, yeah.
Well,
I mean,
here's the deal. That's such an incredible challenge if you really get serious about it. And the reason I say this, I'm probably giving JLB more credit than he deserves, but there are dozens of matches that don't exist if the Royal Rumble doesn't exist. I'm 99% sure Elimination Chamber doesn't happen. I mean, this changes the face of professional wrestling altogether.
You're right. It does, but in reality, for the sake of not making it too deep, just this
so here's why
this match type just never exists. This gimmick never exists. Pat Patterson never
Okay.
told Vince, "Hey,
my,
let's do this."
My question.
Rumble.
I'm going to cut to the chase of my question. My question is, if the Royal Rumble never existed, do similar matches that play off of it, like for instance the Survivor Iron Man match,
Iron Survivor?
Iron Survivor
No,
match,
not necessarily.
which
Not necessarily.
heavily played on things from the Royal Rumble.
Right.
So those style matches, could still exist. Okay. Or something similar.
Well, I mean, look at it this way. I mean, the fact is, we know that these have all existed, of course. But that might be interesting. So no, you are legit
remember what
building.
we were just. Remember what we were
I
just
know.
saying about
Study.
you just
Well, I'm thinking
Going off
because
on
you like
tangents
to
and-
be very specific. You like to be very specific. About
I just
things,
like
which
to
is very
know what the
understandable.
rule is, and so
So no, and I do like that idea. So no, therefore, possibly an elimination chamber never existed. A battle royale probably never existed. The Iron Survivor match never existed. We have not seen any crazy special type gimmick matches. Hell in the Cell probably existed because, hey, let's put a cage over. Cage already existed. A cage was a thing from Hell in the Cell and so
Well,
on.
and
Royal Rumble match never
Battle
existed.
Royals.
So any type of elimination. Oh, Battle Royals, I guess, did exist
Still
then,
exist.
right? Okay, that's fair. That's fair. So, yeah. Let's,
I mean the big
just-
innovation that the Royal Rumble brought was the countdown
Entrance.
entrance, which is something that Iron Survivor took. It's something that War Games took.
Theoretically, it's something. Well, did War Games come before Royal Rumble?
No, I believe War Game. Well, we'll find out. Let's do the Google.
I feel like it was oddly similar. Mandy Rose, get off my screen. War Games.
CREAT. 1987. So, War Games did exist. So I'll go. I'm going to say it's a single winner dual ring War Games style match that takes its place. But it's not a team setup, it's a single winner setup. And it's an elimination match where people have to be pinned inside the ring. And then they go out the door. That gets invented. And the first one happens at Survivor Series. Not for a world title contention, because the Royal Rumble wasn't a world title contention or a shot at the title setup. So, I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with a single elimination War Game style match where the pins can occur while people aren't in yet, because they're trying to go up against Jim Crockett Wrestling's new War Games, and so it happens at Survivor Series to develop a contender. And then later on we get I don't know.
Well, it would have to happen in January, though, because you're kind of building the road to
It doesn't have to happen in January because we didn't have a Royal Rumble to develop it.
That's fair. So therefore, their road to
I mean,
WrestleMania might
And
have
that is
Rumble.
the new name
That's
of
fair.
the Survivor Series match. They actually call that Survivor Series.
Yeah. In fairness, the road to WrestleMania arguably actually starts
At Survivor
The
Series.
Monday after
the
WrestleMania.
Monday after WrestleMania.
Because they don't have seasons.
'Cause they don't have seasons. Yeah. Once Run WrestleMania is over, everything that happens after that point is on the way to the next WrestleMania. It's
So,
always bugged me
yes.
that they're just like suddenly it's January, it's the road to WrestleMania. What's fucking December? Chopped liver? Right? December's
Pretty
the
much.
throwaway month. No one cares.
Throwaway. Yeah, no one cares. Especially now,
So
we have no baby.
I'm going to call that match the Steel Gauntlet match.
To answer Ambrosia, do we have a new person in joining us? It appears like we will be having Necro Eric join us again tonight to talk indie wrestling again, because he goes hardcore into the indie wrestling and way more in depth than I can do. So that makes it a lot easier for us, because you can just do it and tell us what to find and what to watch now. So.
Oh my God! Do you think he would be really good or really bad at our guessing game?
You know, hopefully he's on and willing to play Guess the Wrestler, because it would be interesting to make this a three-way dance.
So I gave my answer.
Okay.
It is the Steel Survivor match.
So I
Dewdrop, while you're thinking still.
I've got mine. It's a match type that I thought up before. I did want to say though, before we get into it, it is an interesting thought argument to get into, because we now know that War Games existed a full year prior to
That's
Royal
crazy.
Rumble. Did
Maybe that's where Pat got his
Patterson
idea.
steal the idea for timed entrance from War Games, from Dusty Rhodes.
Angel Garza makes
Well, I
his Raw
mean-
debut.
Was that War Games essentially the same as it is now, though?
Yes, it is.
Or
Yeah.
even the
Yep.
same? Yeah?
Well, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
The rules for WCW and Jim Crockett War Games were slightly different than they are now, but overall the same sort of thing. It was still timed entrance,
Escape is forfeit.
escape is forfeit, things like that. There were little tweaks to them, but nothing.
Doesn't start until everybody's in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they use weapons quite as much as the current one does.
No, that's fair. But generally, same rules applied.
Generally, like it's a
5
little
people
tweaks
or
here
4
and there.
people, little tweaks here and there. War games doesn't start till all teams are in. Okay. And only one winner. There wasn't ever elimination. Hey, Kofi,
So
who is now an NXT Tag Team Champion.
Hall of Fame. You can call this the New World Order.
new
Hall of Fame, brother.
Raquel, I don't know who this person is because the last name's Gonzalez.
Yeah, that's a really weird one. She does look a lot.
I
like
know of
Raquel
Rodriguez.
Yeah.
That's
Maybe like
interesting.
a cousin or something.
Maybe they should go on Ancestry.com.
I mean-
and try to figure that out.
Apollo.
If Vince was still there.
Apollo!
Hey, Apollo. If Vince was
And
still there, I'm
Johnny
pretty sure he'd
Gargano.
probably make a storyline about it.
Hey,
Oh,
Vince might
you
be coming
must
back.
be- I don't think that's a thing. Especially
Johnny
now that there's
Gargano.
another sexual allegation. As soon as that thing was announced that Vince might be coming back potentially, and then we hear of another claimed sexual allegation come out, I'm like, Triple H is the one that set this through.
The exact thing though, to be clear on it though, he says the exact report said that Vince McMahon thinks it would have all blown over and that he got bad advice to retire early. So he in his mind thinks that he could come back and still weather through the whole thing with no problem.
Dear God, he is Donald Trump stupid, isn't he?
He is.
Sorry for our Trump fans.
I mean, he
I'm
could
not-
have done he could have done that no problem if it wasn't a publicly traded company. Yes, he would have been able
ultimately
to
what it
wash
comes
his
down
hands with it, but no. not
Here's
now.
what it comes
Not
down
with
to. The
sponsors
simple
and
fact
everything.
is
they aren't through the SEC lawsuit yet.
yeah. But he's sitting here thinking no one's talking about it, so it blew over without me being around. It would have blown over with me being around. The problem is, it wouldn't have blown over if he was. The only reason it blew over, I'm not saying it's over, but the only reason we're not talking about it as much today is because he's not around, right? If he was still showing up on Raw every week, we would go talk about it all. It would be nonstop talking about it.
Non-stop
Also-
Vince talk, yeah.
You know, we've been talking for the last 4 months about how much better the product has been. And it's still not where it needs to be. You know, there's still a lot of improvements to do, but it's so much better than it was, right? And then just to be like, nah, let's just throw it away. Let's go back to the old way.
I mean, if he's coming back, I swear to God, it better be after the SmackDown or the Elimination Chamber. Because, man, am I going to be freaking pissed if I get a Vince McMahon Elimination Chamber booking.
You're gonna be
So angry.
You're gonna be sitting there in your seat, ready to go, and all of a sudden, no chance. That's what you got.
Oh, my God.
So, anyways, my booking.
Well, guess what, Montreal? I screwed your hopeful in 97. Now I'm a screw your dreams in 2022. I booked this host show, and you're gonna love it.
So my match type is simply this. It's kind of going the same vein that DA Fabe did in the take something from War Games and make it different or better, right? But instead of going and feeding to the world title, I'm going to heavily invest in tag titles, right? And more specifically, I'm going to introduce a special trios or 3-man tag, 6-man tag if you want to call it, depending on whichever,
6-man if you want to.
depending on
That's what I was thinking, too.
which way you do it, because some places call it the
can leave
6-man
your
title,
opponent
some places call it
behind.
the trios title, some people call it the 3-man. Anyways, but it's going to be a double ring match, right? Just like War Games, but it's not going to be a cage. No cage.
Cage.
And it is a trios tag match where there are 2 active participants in separate rings at the same time, and then their tag partners standing at opposite ends of the gap in the middle. Right? on the outside.
Okay.
So the tag match is happening, and the only way you can get a breather from the tag match or whatever is to tag in your partner in the center. It opens up a lot of storylines where, both of his partners are getting beaten. He's got to choose which side he's going to tag in on. Sometimes leaving your partner high and dry because you tag in on the other side, not realizing that they're getting beaten on their side, or right as you tag in, they get hit with a major move, and now they're out and potentially getting pinned over there, and no one can go in to save them because you just tagged in and your partner is laying on the ground because they've been getting beat up for so long. So we're introducing that, and then kind of the big thing with it is saying that the trios belts are going to be crowned at WrestleMania, right? So this is the match type. They're going to have a tournament of them. This match type is going to take place. There's going to be 8 total trios that are facing off in a tournament to get the 2 trios that will face off at WrestleMania for the new trios tag titles. And then from that moment on, every year, the trios tag titles are going to be a focal point of the lead up to WrestleMania and then WrestleMania itself.
Snap.
Now, the match at WrestleMania will probably just be a standard trios match. This is going to be the match type to lead up to it, the tournament match type.
That's bold doing a trios though.
Bold.
Hey,
I could
at
see
this.
AEW doing it for sure.
We've got
Hey,
Necro's
how's it going?
forehead.
Can't really hear
You
you
gotta change
guys.
the setup because you got 3 and then you taking a half a screen.
I'm working on it.
Mr. Beautiful.
I'm working on
Yo,
it.
that's weird.
There we go.
Look how beautiful I am. I'm gonna
man.
hold.
But he says he can't hear us, so that's the troubleshooting that we're first going to have to get through.
Very weird. Can you guys hear me?
We
Yeah.
can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
He can't hear us, so that's the troubleshooting that we're first going to have.
you can hear the
Wait, so you guys can hear me, but I can't hear you guys. What the fuck? All right, I'll be back. Give me a minute here.
Okay, we'll be here.
All right. So while we're waiting for him to figure that audio stuff, was that it for that challenge, JLB? Is that all you got, bud?
That, jeez. Yeah, I guess so.
Frowny face minion. All right. So one of our, I would assume you have a better one than I do. There.
You're awfully confident in me. I
You want to go second? Mine's okay.
I appreciate your confidence. No, go ahead and go.
Okay.
It'll be fine.
So one of our more common things that we like to enjoy on this podcast is talking about some of the worst promos of history. Not true. Well, sometimes true botches, i.e., Ultimate Warrior and WCW the 20-minute promo.
Ugh.
But other ones that are great, i.e., both the Steiner brothers cutting promos, one of them being the Math promo, very, very famous. The other one being Rick Steiner's promo against Chucky. I'm going to come back there. I'm going to beat you.
You wanna come out here and say it to my face?
So, I want you guys to book in this coming lead up to the major events that are coming. So, the first one being Royal Rumble, a bad promo. Give me a couple lines, ideas. I'm not expecting you to cut the whole promo. A bad promo from one wrestler each. Revolution.
Okay. I can hear him. And we're
Yeah,
going
I
to add
can
him
hear
in
it too.
here now that he's.
Maybe.
Okay, can you hear us now?
Maybe you
You
got to
guys can hear
add.
me, but
Do the dynamic because he's not on the screen, I don't think.
He is on the screen and we are in dynamic. So.
that doesn't make any sense to me. How do you guys hear me, but I can't hear you guys?
Do you have your volume low or something?
Oh, okay. No.
Does he have to maybe press? Oh no, but he's just a guest, right?
Yeah, he's just a guest. He shouldn't have to do anything. He shouldn't have. Just weird because we can hear him just fine.
What the hell? Oh my goodness, dude.
Well, let's keep talking so that he can hear us if
Okay.
if we're going.
So
That's fine.
the second
We're just
one
staying
being-
silent. I still can't hear
coming
them.
up-
Damn it.
Yeah,
Coming up
we're
to
just sitting here
Revolution.
going.
Second one coming up to Revolution in AEW. And the third one, a promo coming up to WrestleMania. So pick your wrestler. Obviously, they have to be in the organizations they're in. And just give me how they do their bad promo. Bad promo. Not horrible. I don't want a 20-minute... Well, if you choose to have somebody be a 20-minute promo, that's fine. But what type of botch they have in that talking. And go.
Well, because I feel like we're already going to get it. It's going to be The Miz setting up a fight again with Loomis. And still can't hear us.
Well, now
Hear
he's.
you.
Now I gotta remove this one because he lost. Okay, can you hear us now?
So,
Still no. Weird. I don't know what's going on.
guess that's a no.
'Cause, we can hear you just fine.
Yeah, we can hear you A-OK.
And Ambrosia can hear him, so it's going out live. It's,
No idea, man.
Everything. I don't know what's going on, man.
Okay, you guys can hear me.
Yeah.
So messed up, man.
It's got to be a volume thing on your end. You can't hear us on the studio. You obviously can hear us on Twitch.
Yeah.
It's got to be a volume thing on your end.
If you're on your phone, maybe your volume is turned down on your phone. Yeah, we lost it again.
So, yeah, first one is going to be Miz and Loomis, where Miz is going to have an in-ring promo with Loomis, and Loomis is going to keep asking him questions. You think you're better than me, huh? And all this and all. It's going to be like one of those. It's going to be on the KO
Loomis
show.
is going to ask these questions?
something. No, sorry.
Miz.
Miz is going to ask these questions. Gargano is not going to be there. Miz hurt Gargano, so Gargano won't be able to talk for Loomis.
Okay. This is
And
going to Royal
so
Rumble.
let's say this is going into Royal Rumble.
Okay.
So let's say I don't know. It's on the Miz TV, okay, which would make sense. And Miz brings out Loomis, and there's sign something where they can't hit each other, or Loomis won't be able to get his opportunity to not pay the Miz or something in their match, so they can't hit each other. So Miz just continually talks to Loomis. Why? You think you're better than me, huh, Loomis? Loomis doesn't respond. Huh? You don't respond because you know I'm right. And this just keeps going on. And I would like it to go on for 15 to 20 minutes. And I'm kind of debating whether this would be good or bad, because it would be kind of entertaining for the Miz to just keep antagonizing Loomis, and Loomis just not say anything, but rather just have little facial gestures and just be like, and so I think that would be again, really good, but also maybe even really bad
still
because
don't
it's
think it's
going to
working.
be
Okay.
The
let's
weirdest
see if you can hear
promo.
us this time.
ever. Can you still hear
Oh,
us?
man.
Can you hear me now?
I don't get it.
Good.
Okay. Well,
He
never
must
mind
be
then.
on
I don't think This is
Verizon.
gonna work.
Well, he's Canadian. He doesn't have Verizon.
I'm gonna
Dang.
chat with him outside of this. So keep going, talking.
I don't
Yeah.
get it.
So, and well, obviously Loomis is not going to be saying anything, but in terms of
There's no other,
the Miz is just going to pull out lines like he's going to start just joking
Don't
with
understand why
Loomis.
this would be,
If you think I'm going to beat you, say nothing.
blocking the audio from
You know what I mean? He's going to do little
But then
cheesy
my mic
things like
works,
that.
It doesn't make any sense.
And so on. So that's what I'm gonna do for that in terms of a bad promo. Miz and Loomis talking in the ring with Miz
Getting it,
doing all
man.
the talking because Loomis obviously doesn't talk.
Well, my apologies. I don't think this is gonna work, eh? Dang.
And you build that for obviously
As if
Royal
you guys
Rumble.
Can hear me.
Yeah,
We can hear you. We can hear you, no problem.
If he can't hear us, he doesn't know that. So, I'm going to let him know that we're going to finish your fantasy booking with the Miz here, and then he can just do a rant.
Yeah, I'm texting with him through.
You want to just tell him that?
Yeah, I'll let him know.
Okay. So go ahead, JLB.
Yeah. So that's what I would do with Miz and Loomis. Revolution. So many good promo makers out there.
And if I...
So
Oh, man.
for
Okay, hang on. If I do this...
this is okay. Sorry. So I'm building for all three. So Revolution would be
Okay, now I got the audio from the stream on.
Okay.
That's not
gonna
gonna
be
work.
delayed.
That's so much delay.
Yeah, I imagine.
yeah. It's gonna be like a 7-second delay.
Maybe more than that.
So maybe a bit more than that. For Revolution, I'm thinking. Who did the? For Revolution, I'm thinking you do a Darby Sting promo. Sorry, Smarks. And Darby Sting promo for Revolution because this is finally where Darby's gonna turn on Sting, and this is the Dynamite or Rampage before Revolution, and essentially Darby.
All right, yeah, that works.
Can you hear us now?
Yeah.
I don't know if he can hear us or if that was him responding.
Oh,
to,
okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
okay.
just responding to this.
Can you hear me now? Good.
Check your whispers. Oh, there's whispers.
Well, it's like an 8-second delay.
Yeah, it's roughly 8-second delay for sure.
Yes.
Yes. 8 seconds.
That's a long time.
It's
I'm
a very
telling
familiar number for Smarks.
you. I've never made an 8. What are you talking about? You think I'm hiring me?
Yeah, so I would. Do you want to at least take one, Smarks? I don't know. I don't know.
I got to be honest. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do.
Let's go with a Necro rant real quick. Necro, can you give us your rant on the 10 big things in indie right now?
Yeah, and we can just put them up on the screen and essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can activate his camera and just go, or just audio.
Yeah, I can give that a quick little lowdown and then get out of here because it's not working too well. Um, but
Sure. So we
yeah,
can
okay.
put you
So
on screen if you'd like,
I'll basically just
and then you
send
can
it.
just
Yeah,
take it.
yeah. So basically, we got on Thursday we got Demand Lucha, Very Lucha Christmas with Gringo Loco versus Delirious, and then we got Wrestling Open episode 50. They're always awesome. And then Friday we got a lot of stuff on Friday. We got ICW No Holds Barred 38. Ultraviolent Vortex is always like a bunch of random matches, death matches. Should be lots of fun. Freelance Wrestling Deck the Halls with Balls of Fury. Brian Keith versus Mike Bailey. Robert Anthony versus Mysterious Q. A couple other good matches. Late night Friday, we got GCW America's Most Wanted with like Lucha match, and Effie versus Charles Mason has lots of bad blood, and a couple other good matches that probably just will end up being great. You know, GCW is always pretty like that. Their cards might be mad, but then they end up being pretty good. So that's for Friday. Saturday, we got Freelance Underground, the final countdown with some Calvin Tankman, Brian Keith, a couple other things. And then the big thing on Saturday for me, ICW No Holds Barred 39, bunch of deathmatch stuff with that. Abdullah Kobayashi from Japan's coming over, face Hoodfoot. Uh, Tommy Vendetta versus Matt Tremont should be great. Later on, or earlier, I guess, in the night, technically, there's House of Glory Revelations, which has Kenta versus Loki as the main event. So that should be all right. I don't know. House of Glory is not the most consistent promotion, but you can't go wrong with Kenta versus Loki, I guess. And then Sunday, Sean
awesome.
Henderson presents Great Expectations. There's an I Quit match, and Colby Carino versus Matt Tremont. Dog collar match, Jimmy Lloyd versus Atticus Cogar. Mike Bailey match. And then later on, on the night on Sunday, there's Infamous Wrestling's Texas Death Match Massacre. So there's a knockout or tap out match, some fan brings the weapons, Caribbean spider web match, a couple of other crazy things
Wait,
going
did
on
you just
Sunday.
say fan
So
brings the weapons?
that's basically it. Yeah. So
Fans
thanks so much, you
bring
guys.
the weapons. No problem, man. Hopefully next time we can do it without the technical issues. But I'm gonna hit him up real quick.
Yeah, fans bring the weapons. Yeah, they just they bring everybody brings like a bunch of what they make their own weapons. Like one of my buddies used to bring like a 2x4 with some spikes on it. Like, but yeah, thanks so much.
Thank you, man. That's that sounds crazy.
Yeah, well, I definitely am interested in Loki versus Kenta. That sounds freaking awesome, though. I haven't seen Loki wrestle in a hot minute, so I'm down. I imagine that's the same Loki that we know of, right? Like Loki from Impact.
I would assume
So
it's definitely not Loki from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That would be
obviously.
But well, thanks for joining us, Necro. Like I said, hopefully next time we'll get it figured out with the technicals so that you can do it. But feel free to stay around as long as you can and hit us up in the chat and do it that way because we do appreciate your input. We're going to be playing a game in a bit that's a Guess the Wrestler, where they're going to take turns with 60 seconds on the clock trying to guess it. And so I'm going to have them hide the chat if you're still around because I have a feeling you'll get some of that. And just in case you didn't see, yes, it is the same Loki.
Nice.
Loco. Hey, you're back. And you're front. They're both here.
And the front.
Also, if he can also maybe check out because CZW, excuse me, is actually doing something with IWS. So I think it's in January at some time, and both promotions are obviously heavy hardcore. IWS is a Montreal promotion, and obviously CZW is CZW, and they're doing a joint promotion. So if he's willing to check that out, I would be really intrigued. to hear his thoughts on that one. I'm also really intrigued to know what Smarks would do for a really bad promo, because my noggin ain't
You haven't
ain't
cut
being
your
too creative.
so you cut your Darby and Sting promo, and that would have went
Darby
too
and-
long.
I just think they wouldn't know. I feel like both of them wouldn't be. It would be almost too long, and they wouldn't be really saying much. Because I feel like, no offense to Sting, I feel like aside from woo and saying a few things, he wouldn't be that great on a promo. And Darby, I feel like, is too soft spoken. Unless it's him video editing a promo, it's not as good. So I feel like they would just be rambling. For like, I respect you, and it would just be kind of like, but at this point, your old age has gotten to you, Sting. You think I was mentoring, you think you were mentoring me, but in fact I was still making you relevant, and I don't know. I feel like it would just be ramble on. It would just ramble on, and obviously wouldn't be a good promo. Like, I feel like Darby hasn't had a good promo in the ring since he started, unfortunately. So, and Sting doesn't really do much aside from come and hit people
Aside
with
from
bats
what?
and jump off. Aside from coming into the ring and hitting people with bats.
He does what in the ring?
He does what in the ring? He came. Yeah. And so it would just be too long and nonsensical, because it would be them respecting each other, and Sting just kind of staring at him. And then I guess if I have to do a WrestleMania one, I feel like it's really hard to create a bad. I'm like, oh, this shouldn't be too bad.
No, it is, and this is the kind of challenge that I always struggle with, because Fabe loves to do something bad challenges, and I always
It's
struggle.
good though. Forces your
Because
creative noggin.
Yeah, I'm always trying my hardest to bring out the best in professional wrestling, and then it's like, oh, make something worse, and I'm like, ah, crap. And so my brain has a hard time with it. Right now I'm trying to figure out why my lower third is smaller than your lower third.
Well, that's just how you were built, good sir. It is what it is. You got.
Good lord. Does that make it kind of bulbous? Is that what you're telling us?
It's kind of like just the first knuckle of your thumb.
Oh.
Just like that.
And then for Mania, I think I'm gonna have to do Ronda and Shayna, because we're finally gonna get a Ronda versus Shayna, and that's gonna be just a god awful promo of, well, Ronda staring horribly and saying, "So you think you're tough? We both did MMA, but I'm the better wrestler and I'm gonna squash you," kind of thing. It's just gonna be a really bad promo. And Shayna, her problem is she's too nice. She's too soft-spoken, so she won't be able to be mean enough to cut a good promo. They both just have deadly stares, but that's about it. So that's what I'm gonna go with.
Than Tamina. Oh wait, no.
Oh Jesus. Tamina could do better promos. And that's what I'm going with. Smarks, be creative, be bold, and be brilliant. You can do this.
Glad I went second, because it's not that great.
Yeah, I can only do 2 of those things at a time. And I'm pretty sure Brilliant is not one of them right now, so work on bold and creative. God, I just get stuck with I don't want anyone to do a bad promo. So it's like,
Oh, isn't that sweet? But that's not the fucking challenge.
no, I know
Give
it's
your
not
sad
the challenge.
opinion.
I'm just saying this is why I struggle. I'm explaining my thought process here. This is why I struggle. Is because I'd sit here and I go, I don't want, like, I could have Johnny Hungy deliver a promo and but I don't want him to deliver a bad promo. I want him to deliver
Well,
a good
it
promo.
doesn't have to be like shitty because we've said that there are good bad promos. There's mass promos. There's
But so I've got 3. So it's what are the 3 pay-per-views? It has to be something Full Gear and WrestleMania?
Revolution, Rumble, and Mania.
Revolution, Rumble, and Mania.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Revolution. The promo is going to be Brandon Cutler delivering a fired up promo in the back about how he's tired of being disrespected and he's going to be the next AEW World Champion. And that's exactly why it's a bad promo. It's because no one thinks Brandon Cutler is going to be the next AEW World Champion. I don't even think Brandon Cutler actually thinks Brandon Cutler is going to be the next AEW World Champion.
that's fair.
He's more
That's Revolution.
than just a film guy. He's a professional wrestler.
Well, he's not a sports entertainer.
The epitome of sports.
Definitely not.
Entertainer.
By the way, kudos to freaking Cesaro winning, or Claudio Castagnoli winning the ROH Championship. That was fire. But we already talked about that last one.
Yes, we did. I'm suddenly noticing something that's distracting me. I apologize.
Was it a band called Bukkake? Because that was very interesting.
it's not.
Necro.
Okay, it just must be on my tablet for some reason. I have my stream up on my tablet, and I look down, and the quality is horrendous on my tablet. And I don't know why. And so I was checking to make sure.
I know why. Because you're just stalling for time.
I just wanted to make sure it wasn't due to something like that. It wasn't globally horrendous. That it was just horrendous on my tablet for some reason. And it is. For some reason, it's just my tablet's horrendous. Royal Rumble.
The Rumble, as we call
Of Royals.
Of Royals.
The Rumble of Royals.
Rumble of Royals.
I got to get over a hurdle in my head, and it's always hard to do. So you got to bear with me, guys. This is why it's tough. That's just... There's Chip saying yip. I don't exactly know what Necro meant by that, but...
Yep.
I got another one.
Okay, you go while I keep thinking.
Booker
Do it.
T on the pre-show to Royal Rumble announces himself into the Royal Rumble and that he is going to create a shucky shucky ducky quack quack moment, and it is going to be spectacular. And he will be the one-time Royal Rumble winner. Can you dig it? And that
The
will
side
be his
scissor
little,
kick carrying him out of the ring.
Hey,
Yeah.
you can give apparently there was a really bad promo by a dude named Chip where he said yip. That's what he's referring to.
Oh.
We'll have to look it
Yeah.
up. You can give Booker T all the crap you want, but he is the only person in history, as far as I know, to actively commentate on a match he was participating in TNA, and it's pretty epic. Look it up sometime.
Booker T does.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, because he was on commentary in TNA, and then he goes
Like when he
into
was
the match.
wearing his headset? Oh, okay.
He's holding the microphone, but yeah. So for Royal Rumble, it's going to be Pete Rosenberg saying something, because no matter what he says, it's shitty. And so he's going to deliver like a promo about how he's underrated as a pre-show announcer, whatever they call him, panelist. And he
Panelist.
always picks the right ones.
And who's cutting this promo?
Pete Rosenberg,
Pete Rosenberg.
Jeez.
because everything he says is shitty.
It's great on his podcast. I don't know why it's going to be terrible on WWE.
It is great on his podcast. He's actually
my
really
God.
good.
He's got a great podcast.
Great podcast.
Jumpin' Jeff Farmer. Is that the same Jeff Farmer?
No, it's a different. You think there's more than one?
Jeff Farmer's a really potentially common last name, and adding jumping, I've never seen. Yep, Jumpin' Jeff Farmer and Jeff Farmer who played NWO Sting, are two different people. It is a different Jeff Farmer. That's sad. I was hoping it was NWO Sting. Because that would be epic. Chip says yep. Okay, so finally I have WrestleMania.
Finally, you have WrestleMania. Yes.
Yes. And at WrestleMania, it's going to be Jerry the King Lawler
Oh boy.
declaring himself as the number one contender for the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship.
That's a bad promo any way you cut it.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Do you have any inkling of how it would go? Because I feel like you can pull some Jerry Lawler lines.
No, I can't. I literally try to block him out of my memory. I hate Jerry Lawler. I mean, he's probably going to say, like, puppies and, talk about his Memphis days.
I mean, he definitely talk about his Memphis days. I don't think he'd throw in puppies when he's talking about how he's going to be the next champion.
It would be if he has a reason to. He tried to find a reason to fucking do that all the time.
That's fair.
But yeah, that's Necro's got one. If it'll come in. Oh wait, I see. The auto mod caught it. So. It says Vince comes back and he returns with the Kiss My Ass Club.
Oh boy. Yeah, those were never good.
Jeez.
Maybe the JR one was kind of all right. But yeah, they definitely were never great. Did you have one that you were thinking of since you kind of came up with the, just out of curiosity, because ours were kind of meh.
Yeah.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I had Braun Breaker do a math promo about the Royal Rumble. Different math, but still a math promo.
And then you still have randomly Scott Steiner come and talk about, to continue the story between him seeing Macho Man and seeing a cow while he was going to pick up Macho Man. Everyone seems to forget about that cow promo for Hall of Fame, which was still really bad. I'm like, God damn it, Steiner, how have you not learned? Or why do people still give you a live mic? Fuck. Oh, man. Him and Warrior would be an epic promo if, Warrior was still around.
Boy, that'd be rough.
Yeah.
Give me a second here, because share screen, Chrome tab. Because frankly, I don't care if I have to edit this out of the YouTube version.
That's hilarious.
Doing it again, so I'll pull it off now. But Booker T with the sidekick. Booker T is a bad man.
Man.
That's genius.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
All right, you're up. Or do we want to do another pack? We can
Do another pack.
Do another pack. Packers?
That's the
We ain't got no packers.
that was the dirty secret. Is I still don't know what I'm doing. So
For WrestleMania, that's the only one you have left, isn't it?
no, WrestleMania. I did
No, you
Jerry
did
Lawler.
Rosenberg.
Rosenberg was Royal
yeah,
Rumble.
Lawler.
WrestleMania was Lawler.
Usos defeat Miz and Morrison. Uso. My name is Matt Riddle, and I am temporarily suspended.
For drugs.
Hey, speaking of outside the ring problems, this is Jeff Hardy defeats Sheamus in an Intercontinental Championship tournament match. Sonya Deville, that's a duplicate card. Otis defeats Dolphy Ziggs. Another Uso. That's Jimmy Uso. And Otis qualifies for the men's Money in the Bank, which was a terrible match. Terrible match.
Which one was that? Edge qualifies for the Money in the Bank?
Otis qualifies for Money in the Bank.
Oh, okay.
There's only been one Money in the Bank that Otis has been in. You ready yet there, Chief? Or you need...
I've got it.
Okay.
I've got it, and you're gonna hate it, or you're gonna love it. I mean, you actually might love it.
I would love it.
JLB is probably gonna hate it because I'm beating you to it. You guys need to book the inevitable WWE Christmas match for this year because Christmas is coming up. They've only got a couple more shows before Christmas. So they could do one on Boxing Day because they've got a show that day, but I believe it's pre-taped. So they could do the Christmas match on Boxing Day, or they could do it sometime in the next week.
Can't believe you did your Christmas one.
Yeah, I stole the Christmas.
I mean, I
one.
didn't do it for Thanksgiving, so I suppose.
One of the biggest missed opportunities.
Here's what they're actually going to do. Somebody's going to dress like Santa. They'll make somebody else tap out. Or somebody will attack Santa. But that won't actually be Santa. It'll be Brock Lesnar. That's the shit they always do. There'll also be some type of Christmas tree that gets hit or anything, that's used as a weapon or something along those lines. Which could feasibly be really dangerous because artificial Christmas trees are pokey as fuck. Anyway, pokey as fuck is what I said there. Sorry.
Pokey as fuck was my nickname in high school.
Pokey as fuck. What? Okay. Anyway, moving forward. So I am going to have a new match style come out of this. And it is a match where, so you guys have heard of like the wrapping paper ball and stuff like that? Mm-hmm. Where people have to peel them open and okay. In this giant wrapped package, these wrestlers will have to fight with oven mitts on. But outside of the ring, there's a weapon. So this is going to be like kendo stick on a pole, only kendo stick in the wrapping paper, and they have to peel that open. Of course, they're all attacking each other to get into this package and have the kendo stick or the taser or, Santra's secret weapon match is what it's going to be called. Santra's secret weapon match.
Ooh.
So they got to get
Lucky.
into it.
Necro got himself a Kenny Omega shirt, a mystery shirt from Pro Wrestling Tees. I'm interested because my Pro Wrestling crate should be coming here soon, and I sure would like to see what my mystery shirts are.
So just totally fuck Fabe's fucking... What the fuck, bro? That was so rude.
No, I'm just sorry. I saw that and I had to talk about it because it was Anyways, keep going, Fabe.
That's it. They
That's
got a
it.
weapon, then they shock the fuck out of each other.
And they all have to have oven mitts on, though. Oven mitts, I like.
Yeah, and those fuckers are like duct taped on.
That would make it so
Like
difficultly
you can't
hard.
take them off.
Nice. I like it.
It'd be like an Edward 40 hands.
Edward 40 minutes. So
I hosted an Edward
We're gonna have
40
a s-
hands party once. It was not all that fun, actually.
Aw. So we're gonna have a sit on Santa's lap match. Where it's gonna play as like a battle royale. You're gonna have Santa in the middle of the ring. Okay? It's essentially a no holds barred match. You're gonna have Santa sitting on like a, or you know what? Yeah, you have Santa sit in the middle of the ring in like some kind of throne-ish chair kind of thing. And it's kind of going to be a battle royale. So no holds barred. Everybody's around the ring. A bunch of Christmas decorations everywhere. And the whole goal of this match is that you have to sit on Santa's lap for 5 seconds. And you win the match.
Santa's gonna get his ass.
Well, I mean, Braun Strowman will be the Santa, okay? Because Braun Strowman could certainly pull his weight, kind of thing. Yeah, I think that would be creative, different, and also very fucking entertaining. A sit on Santa's lap match. I'm all for it.
Okay. That was a nice fast one, but it'd been a while since we'd done one. And I knew
Been a while.
Fabe had a
I was
couple.
holding off, bud.
Yeah, and
I know
had,
you weren't. You were about to say it.
Well, no.
Did-
He
You
was
meant
going to
the-
do it next week.
no, I.
He was gonna do it. Yeah,
I
exactly.
didn't do one for Thanksgiving. I didn't do one for 4th of July. Or
You did
Labor
not.
Day.
You did not. These are all truths. It's the truths.
So yeah, that's what we got.
Okay.
Is this game challenge time?
It is about game challenge time. I am...
Ooh, Mela. I'm
She's
pre-looking
money
these.
after all.
Not a fun set.
Apparently, Necro's in the middle of an ad sandwich, so it's going to be a bit before he hears.
But he enjoyed our booking when he heard of it.
Just 1 second, because...
Are you looking up
'Kay.
a wrestler?
Yeah, I was pulling up a couple wrestlers so that I'm not constantly...
I don't know. Maybe their hair's green. Shotzi Blackheart.
No. Okay. So, we are going to do... Yes, 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 yes.
Oh, fuck.
Yes. No, you made it a question there. It's not a question.
It's not a question. It's not
Okay.
as if it's a question.
Let's see. Let's give JLB the head start with the first 60 seconds.
Yay!
So this is simple. This is guess the wrestler. If you guys have the chat up, I would like you to close it in case Necro makes a guess while you're still guessing. I don't want you spoiled if he gets it first.
Sure.
I will turn off my chat.
That's right.
That's right.
Chats are off.
Damn right.
That's
Will.
right.
You turn it off, won't you? Turn off the chat. No talking.
Turn it off. Turn it off. It's a bad chat.
Jesus.
Bad chat.
Naughty chat.
You're on Santa's naughty list, chat.
Chat. Okay, anyways. JLB, your 1 minute starts now.
Male or female?
Male.
Has he been in WWE?
No.
AEW?
Yes.
Has he been in Impact?
No.
No. Has he been AEW? Has he been an AEW champion?
Yes.
Has he been a TNT champion?
No.
Is he currently in a faction?
No.
Has he been a world champion?
Yes.
Long hair, short hair?
Long hair.
And he's been a world champion. Long hair. I imagine he's white.
Yes.
What color of hair?
Blonde, final guess.
Kenny Omega.
No. DA Fabe, your 1 minute starts now.
Is he the leader of said faction?
He is not in a faction.
Oh,
That's what fucked me up. Yeah.
I thought you said he was in a faction.
No, you said he is
No,
in a
he's
faction.
not.
I said no.
Was he in a faction?
At one point, yes.
Hangman Adam Page.
It is Hangman Adam Page.
Oh,
I gotta be honest. Once I got
Blonde hair and
said
AEW World Champion.
world
narrowed it
champion,
down.
I was like, there's fucking like been 5 of them, you know.
I know, but your fucking semantics.
Well, in the 1 minute. Oof.
1 minute makes it tougher. It makes it tougher.
It definitely
but,
does. Yeah.
We aren't Minutemen here.
Man, minute. You're talking minutes. Okay.
We sure aren't a minute, man. I'll tell you that much.
Well, and it's not easy sometimes getting distracted. So anyway,
Okay. DA Fabe, your minute starts now.
man or woman?
Male.
Has he been in WWE?
Yes.
AEW?
No.
WCW?
Yes.
Impact?
No.
Currently wrestling?
No.
Been a world champion?
Sort of.
White or black?
White.
Long or short hair?
Short. Mostly known for.
Okay. And has been in Impact? No, has not been in Impact.
Not an impact. No.
World champion in WWE?
Sort of.
World champion in WCW?
No.
By sort of, do you mean big gold
Final
belt?
guess.
Oh my god.
You can answer that question.
I can not. No, it's not big gold. You'll
been
you'll
in-
understand what I mean when it.
Must have been in a different company altogether. But was in WCW. Short hair. Scott Norton.
No. JLB, your minute starts now.
So he's been in WCW and AEW. You said right?
Not AEW. WCW, WWE.
Okay, WWE. And does he have any tattoos?
I don't believe so, but to be honest, we don't.
Okay, he's not known for it.
Not
okay.
known for it.
Does he wear like a one? Was he in a faction? You said no to that, right?
That was not asked, but in this case, yes, he was in a faction.
Was in a faction. And he had blonde. Does he have blonde hair?
No.
And he's not currently wrestling. He was there in the Attitude Era. So that's like 97 and 99, let's say.
No. Final guess.
Oh my god. Got nothing out of this. I will go with. Let's go with Dean Malenko.
No. DA Fabe, you have another minute starting now.
Was he in WCW first?
No.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Okay. So then he went to WCW. He said short hair.
Mostly short.
Was in, and you said he was in a faction.
Yes.
Okay. Was he in a tag team?
I believe so, yes.
Was he a world champion in a tag team?
Yes.
That's what I thought it was. Okay. Is he from a wrestling family?
Shit.
From no.
How the fuck does it? Okay.
It might be a semantics thing, though.
That
Is
is-
he from?
No, from is the important thing. I will
Did he
clarify
start a
that.
wrestling family? Is it Brian Pillman?
Yes, but no. It's not Brian Pillman, but he did start a wrestling family. JLB, your 1 minute starts now.
He started a wrestling family. Okay. We're saying
you know
short
what?
hair.
I'm pausing your time to issue us a correction. He is part of a wrestling family, but not a really well-known wrestling family.
Okay, that's a fair statement.
And
Okay.
so it's not one of those.
It's not a Hart or the Von Erichs or.
But it is a wrestling family after him. Okay, restarting. Go.
Did he have facial hair?
Yes.
Rick Rude.
Nope.
Is he currently alive?
Yes.
Did he wear like underwear tights to the ring?
I believe his ring attire was tights. Yes.
Just trunks.
But underwear tights.
Trunks. Yes.
Trunks. Okay. Trunks. That's it.
You know, Vegeta said.
Okay. And so
Final
he said
guess.
it was in WCW. Oh shit. First, I am going to say Crash Holly. No.
No, it is not Crash Holly. Okay.
I have a guess.
You have a guess? Okay.
Is it Ted DiBiase?
It is Ted DiBiase.
Fuck.
Half a point.
I wanted the
DA
full
fade.
point.
Yeah. You only get a half point, though.
Fuck you.
Now you know what I meant by sort of when you asked, was he a world
Yes.
champion?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Because he was not recognized as it.
You're right.
Fun fact, he was born in Omaha, Nebraska.
What? Nice.
And the correction I had, his father was Mike DiBiase, who was a professional wrestler known as Iron Mike DiBiase. But that's actually his adoptive father. And, like, I didn't know who Mike DiBiase was. So.
Okay. Fair point.
His
I will
mother
admit
was
that it
also a
was
wrestler.
Arn for me until all the way until the very end, and then I was like, I don't know any scenario where he says Arn was the world champion, other than in a completely different promotion, and that's when that clue, the kind of on the title, was the one that got it for me.
Yep. That's what I said. Once you know who it is, that kind of makes sense.
Absolutely.
Okay. 1.5 to 0.
The world is beginning to be right with itself again.
Yeah. And then JLB went.
I
Ambrose
think
is back.
I went first that time.
No, you went second. It It was DA Fame.
Oh, okay.
First because it ended with your second run there. So you get to go first on this one. Your minute starts now.
Male or female?
Female.
Female. Okay. Is she currently in WWE?
No.
Has she been in WWE?
Yes.
Is she currently in AEW?
No.
Fuck. Has she ever been in Impact?
No.
Okay. And has she ever been in AEW?
No.
Okay. I was trying to think. She's still current. Has she ever been a women's champion?
Yes.
Yes. Are we talking about Diva era?
Yes.
Diva era. Does she have blonde hair?
No. guess?
Did she, Ivory?
No. DA Fabe. Your minute starts now.
Was she pre-Diva era as well?
Yes.
Was she on WCW?
No.
90s?
Yes.
2000s, of course.
Yes.
Dark hair, long hair. Was she in a faction?
Yes, in a faction. To clarify, I did not say she had dark hair. I just
Brown
said she
hair.
did not have blonde hair.
Brown hair, then.
Sometimes.
Okay. Was she a manager at any point?
I don't actually remember her being a manager.
Did she get involved in men's matches?
She did.
Is it Lita?
It is Lita. Ding,
We
ding,
have
ding.
comments in the social chat. Hey, Necro, thank you. It's been awesome having you here.
Yep. And Sunday is the next time we plan on doing it. Yeah, gonna be a big weekend. It's gonna be all over the place. But yeah, we'll try to hit you up beforehand to see if we can get you on and work through some of the issues before you, so that we can get you on again to talk about it. But thanks for joining us and giving us the lowdown.
The lowdown. Yeah, thanks, Necro. Have yourself a good night, bud.
Okay, DA Fabe gets to start it off, up 2.5-0. Your minute starts now.
Male or female?
Male.
WWE?
No.
AEW?
Yes.
Only AEW?
Sort of.
Impact?
No.
New Japan?
No.
ROH?
Yes.
White or black?
White.
White.
I mean, there's other than white or black, but okay, white.
Okay, well, he was white.
If he was not either, I would say no.
Okay. Don't take that from his time. I'm sorry.
Been an ROH champion?
Not world.
Okay. Been the pure champion?
Yes.
Any championships in AEW?
No.
Wheeler Yuta?
No. Final guess.
Daniel Garcia?
That is Daniel Garcia. I knew you were getting.
Fuck! I knew that one.
As soon as I said final guess, I was like, he's gonna get it because he got the pure champion. And he only probably knows 2.
Yeah, that's it.
No, I actually thought it was Jonathan Gresham at one point. Which is
Nope,
when I
that's
said
fair.
white or black.
Right. Smart.
Okay. up. What's that? 3.5 now?
Yeah.
Yo, yeah.
Okay.
Yo, yeah.
For this one, DA Fabe starts, correct?
No, I just started.
Oh, you just
No,
started.
I thought he
this
just
is JLB.
started, yeah.
You did. You're correct. So JLB starts. JLB, your minute starts now.
Male or female?
Male.
Attitude Era.
Yes.
Currently wrestling in WWE.
No.
Currently alive.
Yes.
Currently wrestling in AEW.
Yes.
You said yes to Attitude Era.
Yes.
White or black?
White.
Has he been world champion? AEW world champion?
Yes.
Didn't you say female? Oh, okay.
Male.
My mistake.
Male. Short hair, long hair?
Yes to both. Final guess.
Give him one
CM
extra
Punk.
question because I interrupted.
Fuck.
Well, it's not CM Punk, so I'll give you one more guess.
It's not CM Punk. Yeah, he wasn't there in Attitude Era though, so. Just a guess. Okay, so I will say then. Chris Jericho.
It is Chris Jericho.
Nice.
Get yourself a
Yeah.
point. 3.5 to 1. I should have made that one worth 8 points.
Hey, that's
I know,
measurement
right?
that we
Gosh.
have too. That's a measurement that we have too. Each of us, the number of seconds that it takes us to think of a question.
Okay, and the last one for tonight. DA Fabe, your minute starts now.
Male or female?
Female.
WWE,
Yes.
AEW,
No.
WCW,
No.
Attitude Era,
No.
90s,
No.
80s,
No.
2000s.
Yes.
Been a WWE
Wow.
champion.
Okay. 2010s. Clarify.
20 teens. Okay. Been a women's champion.
I'm gonna need you to specify promotion.
With WWE,
No.
with Impact,
No.
okay, with NXT,
Yes.
Shayna Baszler,
No. Final guess?
Io Shirai,
No. JLB, your minute starts now.
Ember Moon.
No.
White or black?
No.
Nia Jax.
No.
Color of hair.
Mostly known for brown.
Mandy Rose.
No.
Tense.
guess.
Yeah. Okay. Currently in NXT.
No.
Mercedes Martinez.
No.
Because she was in NXT, right? At one point.
she's
Was.
also in AEW, and this person's never been in
No,
AEW.
that's fair. Yeah.
Final guess?
AEW. Fuck off. I will go with. Oh, wait, not black. You said that already. I will go with. Let's go with. Got nothing. I'll just say Naomi. I know it's not Naomi. I'll just say
It is
Naomi.
not
'Cause I
Naomi.
don't know what to say.
DA Fabe, your minute starts now.
Is she a pirate?
She is a pirate.
Carrie Zane. Fuck.
And is she really petite?
She is petite.
And did she tag with Asuka in WWE?
She did tag with Asuka.
Bastards.
Is it Kairi Sane?
It is Kairi Sane.
I'm going through NXT Women's Champions and I'm just like, boom, 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 boom.
But yeah.
Oh,
Win the title, win the title, win the title, win the title. And finally, oh, there it is. That's who it is. Yep.
Is she facing Sasha Banks in January or February? I think it is. God damn it.
quite
Sasha,
possibly.
Sasha rumors are through the roof right now that she's still coming to WWE.
Absolutely. No, that she's not, actually.
I've seen some articles that came out that she was again.
There's a bunch, no, but that's it. There's conflicting reports, too, with that, because apparently her going to New Japan has nothing to do with WWE.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, the reports that I've heard is that she's on a per appearance deal with New Japan, and they are paying her more than they've ever paid anyone else before to do it.
Wow.
The previous highest paid per appearance deal was Chris Jericho, who got $100K per appearance for New Japan in 2018, 2019, when he first went over there. And so she is on a per appearance deal where she is making more than $100K per appearance. But it also
wild.
means she's not on a permanent deal. Elon's coming through for you tonight.
Well, there is inclement weather headed your direction there, bud.
Yeah.
Hey, bud.
What's great about my internet is that inclement weather doesn't affect it.
You know what sucks about your internet? You have to have fucking neighbors for it.
I kind of like having neighbors. More specifically, I like having good internet more than I would ever dislike having neighbors. So,
Fair enough.
I was trying to think of what clues I would give for Kairi Sane if you guys didn't get it. That wouldn't be super obvious. Like, I couldn't do pirate because as soon as I say that, it's super obvious. I can't really give any of her alternate names because they all include Kairi in them. I can't say she's the current New Japan Women's title holder because
Well, you
I'd give it
could.
away.
It might not necessarily give it away to us. We can't Google it.
Sure can't. But if I said who's the current IWGP Women's Champion, I'm pretty sure since we
that's
just
fair.
had a conversation about how Sasha Banks was going to go over and I was
That's true.
I was going to say this was one of the clues. I was going to say made her video game debut in WWE 2K19 and was also a playable character in WWE 2K20. In 2016, Dave Meltzer referred to her, Io Shirai, and Mayu Iwatani as the 3 best wrestlers in the world.
Damn. In 20 what? 19?
2016.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That was
That's
before
fair,
she signed with WWE, although she did participate in the Cruiserweight Classic. This will tell you something here. You remember I just mentioned that reportedly Sasha Banks is going to be making over $100,000 a appearance there. Kairi Sane's original contract in WWE in March of 2017 was reportedly $60,000 per year.
Wow.
Which was less than she was making in Japan. She took a pay cut to come to WWE.
That's wild. But she was making more than that when she hit the main roster, though.
Well, main roster
sure.
call-ups always include some sort of a pay bump, but considering she was in NXT from 2017 through the end of 2019... midway through 2019. She still did a year and a half on
60 grand.
60 grand, which, don't get me wrong, 60 grand, I mean, depending on where you live in the country, 60 grand isn't anything to sneeze at. But, you know, again, considering that Sasha Banks is reportedly getting almost double that per match,
Right.
that says something. Anyways.
That's pretty crazy how she's getting paid more than Jericho, though. I mean, she is a hot topic right now, but damn, she has some good players.
And here's the deal. I love Jericho as a wrestler and all that stuff. But let's be honest, when he came to New Japan, he was towards the end of his career. And Sasha Banks coming to New Japan right now is coming at a higher point in her career.
Correct.
You know, and so that does make sense. But apparently they had negotiated with her.
Bringing a draw to a line that they don't really have that strong of.
Mm-hmm. But they apparently were working on a contract with her earlier, not long after she'd left WWE. Kind of like behind the scenes, but she just wanted too much money, and they decided they couldn't do it at that point. And only recently did they decide to open up the floodgates to the open up the wallet a bit. But anywho.
She's still technically signed to WWE, no?
Well,
I guess not. Or it ends at the end of the year. It ends at the end of the year then, with negotiations.
Well, that's the deal. It's, you know, she may be technically signed right now, but we don't know about the status of. We do know that at one point there were reports that her lawyers were negotiating with WWE to secure her release, and what we don't know is whether they were successful. Until she appears someplace else, we just have to go off the rumor mill. But the rumor is right now that they were successful and she will be free by early January.
Free, dang it.
Because it's still technically rumored now, though, because then her Wrestle Kingdom appearance, if she does appear there, I heard it wasn't even a match. So it would be crazy for it not to be a match.
No. I mean, here's the deal: is if
for
it's
more than
not a
$100K.
match, yeah, it's still a per appearance, so it's still over $100K. But yeah, I mean, here's the deal: is you know, the simple fact is, you're
still gonna get people to come buy the whatever pay-per-view.
Well, and it's
it's Wrestle Kingdom.
It's a really common promotional tactic in professional wrestling to have a person show up after the match, a surprise debut, and point a finger and say, "I'm coming for your title." At insert the next event.
Right.
So that's likely, if it's not going to be a wrestling match, that's likely what it's going to be, is an appearance and a point, and
Because
I'm coming
she's,
for
but
that.
it's that's gonna be interesting then. Okay, we'll see.
Or an appearance and an attack, right? That's the other way that they could go, is
Right. And because if we already know she's facing Kairi Sane, they wouldn't have any. I guess they would kind of build. I don't know, because Kairi Sane is in New Japan, though, correct?
yes,
It's
she
for
is
the
the current
IWGP title.
IWGP
Okay.
champion.
So she's most likely going to attack her, I would imagine, since then they have a match in the States, though, right? New Japan Strong, right?
Yeah, it's New Japan's whatever their American dojo pay-per-view coming up is gonna be.
So I imagine it would be related to
Premium
that.
streaming event. But I mean, we'll find out, in
Yes, we
a
will.
little over 2
3
weeks.
weeks.
3 weeks.
But this isn't the news podcast. This is the fantasy booking. We've
It's
done
indeed.
fantasies.
So,
Is the end of the fantasy booking unit.
oh, is this where we close the books?
Yeah,
This is where we close the books on the fantasy booking unit. And so make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the podcast wherever you watch it. We highly recommend you do twitch.tv/Raw and Order WBU to watch it there, because that's where we do the live streams. And it does replay for, I think it's 14 days. If I remember correctly. So you can continue to watch it there. We do then upload them to YouTube as well. I am still behind on getting the audio versions up because it's kind of a pain right now. But that's beside the point. That's a me problem, not a you problem. So, Nerdvana says 2 months. I'm assuming that
2 months.
means how long she's subscribed. I'm guessing.
chat-
No, I
Showing
think she
you.
means how long the video is there for.
2 months now? Oh, maybe. I don't know.
I don't.
I thought affiliate was
That's
just 14
crazy.
days, but if it's 2 months, well,
I think maybe regular is 14 days.
I can actually tell you
I don't know.
right now,
Podcast.
my one from December 4th expires in 5 days. So that puts it at
14 days.
14 days.
All right.
So,
I wonder why her comment didn't show up on my chat. That's weird.
I don't know.
Weird.
Because it's Evie Mux always fucking with us and still doesn't want to show us her colon.
Yeah, god damn it. I want to see her colon.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
her colons. I want to see the
Colon.
Anyways, you can also support us.
Colons.
You can support us by clicking that like button, going to the doobly-doos, and then going to our merch stores. We got 2 of them because we're special like that. Where you can get things like the Pissant Podcast hat or the shirt that's behind the AFA. Mine's back here, but you can't see it on my thing here. Or, a bunch of other shirts and stuff like that on there. Support us that way. You can support us by subscribing on Twitch. Super cheap to subscribe, or free if you're an Amazon Prime member. You can just click that subscribe with Prime and use your free monthly subscription there. Help us out that way. But a lot of great ways to help us that way. But easiest and freest way is to just share with your friends on the social medias. Hey, you should check out these guys, Raw and Order WBU on Twitch, and send them our way. But on that note, make sure to follow us on the social medias. You can follow me at Raw and Order. Oh, it just disappeared on me. It's right down there. At Raw and Order WBU. It'll come back in a few seconds. Just wait for it. Do this. Do you like that? Do you like that? There we go. At Raw and Order WBU on pretty much all of them except for Facebook, where you have to do at Pissant Podcast. You can follow DA Fabe at
DA Vincent. Well, at DA Vincent.
You gotta finger it more.
It's still there. I don't know.
there it's coming back up. There, you fingered it enough.
There
There,
you
at
go.
DA Vincent K Fabe. And you can follow JLB at
Twitch.tv/JLBTLC25. And I stream stuff and I talk about stuff, and that's what I do. And links will be down below in the doobly doos. Hey, look, there it is. Links will be down below in the doobly doos as well.
But on that note, we're going to go ahead and close the book on the Fantasy Booking Institute. Thank you all for joining us. We will see you soon.
Peace.
Bye.
Thank you.